Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond Daft. My name's Josh. Thank you very much for tuning in again. In today's video, we're going to be checking out the Brooks Ghost 14 in comparison to the New Balance 880 version 11. Both really great running shoes by both the brands, very popular fan favorites, and rightfully so. They're both very soft, very comfortable, but kind of what separates them, which one should you buy? That's what we're going to be looking at in this video. Let's get into it. First off, who are the Ghost and the 880 for? Neutral runners pretty much. So someone who doesn't pronate too much, either kind of goes straight throughout the step or even supernates. However, if you are someone who pronates, still watch this video, because if you do pronate a lot and you need an orthotic, both these shoes actually accommodate that really well. But they're pretty much designed for a neutral runner or someone who supernates. First off, let's look at the outsoles in both shoes. Pretty much you got a ton of rubber underneath, which makes them both quite durable. In terms of durability on a whole with the rubber, I'd lean towards the Ghost, as it is a slightly firmer compound. You do have quite a lot of rubber running throughout the entirety of the shoe, especially around that heel and that forefoot area. The only place that there isn't that rubber is this crash pad here, which just helps with that transition from heel to toe, making it a smoother ride overall. In terms of your rubber on your New Balance 880, this guy does have quite a fair bit underneath as well, but it is a slightly softer compound. So with the rubber, you do have your two more durable pads at your heel and your forefoot. However, you do have this softer compound of rubber in the middle. So that makes the shoe a little bit softer initially, especially in comparison to the Ghost. This shoe will feel a little bit more cushioned. As a result though, you won't get as long out of it. I'd say in terms of mileage, I reckon you'd be pushing about 800 Ks into the New Balance 880, where you'd be topping out about 1,000. That's running kilometers in the Ghost before it starts feeling a little bit dead in terms of the rubber. In terms of your midsole elements in both shoes, I would say the New Balance is softer. It's not as durable, but it is definitely more cushioned. So when you put the shoe on and you want that nice soft plush feel overall, the New Balance 880 is definitely a little bit softer. The Ghost, however, I mean, it's been around for ages, 14 models now, and they have kind of got that cushioning just right. They market it as something that's not too soft, but not too firm. It's just kind of that nice happy medium, and I do believe they've got it right. It's a DNA loft cushioning running throughout the shoe, which is an EVA compound with a little bit of air and rubber mixed into it, which makes it nice and bouncy. Initially though, it will feel a little bit firmer. Your fresh foam that the New Balance use is a lot softer, and as a result, your first 200 kilometers in it will feel really plush, really nice, really comfortable. I've found with someone who weighs a little bit heavier, if you're on the heavier side of things, say above 80 kilos or so, a lot of people do have the tendency to compress this shoe reasonably fast. So if you're someone that needs a little bit more cushion and support, I'd maybe say not this guy. If you're someone who's on the lighter side of things and you want that max cushion shoe, this will work really well. However, if you are a bigger bloke who's just walking, or a bigger woman as well, just walking, and you want that nice soft plush cushion ride that allows a lot of room for the foot overall, the 880 is a great option. Just for kind of serious runners doing a lot of Ks that are a little bit heavier, pretty much what I'm stressing is you will just wear out this shoe a little bit faster than the Ghost. However, they're both very comfortable, both very soft. Moving on to the upper with both shoes, they're running with a 3D engineered mesh kind of design. So very seamless, holds the foot really nice in both models. I would say the 880 feels a little bit softer and gives you that little bit more wiggle room across the toes in general, and fits with a little bit more depth. Now this is important for someone who has that high instep with a high arch. You do need that volume running throughout the shoe, and the 880 does provide that really well. As I touched on, if you are someone who pronates and wears an orthotic, that makes the 880 a very good model to put an orthotic in. Plenty of depth throughout the entirety of the foot, so if you're someone who has bunions or a little bit of arthritis in the front of the foot, this can be a great option for you as well. In terms of runners, if you just like that roomier fit in general, the 880 is a really good option. Now this particular shoe is a 2E. They do come in multiple widths as well, do come in your standard width and your extra wide width as well, so there's plenty of options there to suit all kinds of people. In terms of your heel, it wraps up really nice and high back there. It's designed not to irritate the Achilles at all, but it still has that nice firm heel counter that you can't press in. So yeah, New Balance have nailed the upper on this. I do love the fit of it overall. Some people will say it blows out a little bit. I'm also just think that's because they've gotten the wrong width in general. I think the upper New Balance have done it really well. It breathes really nicely overall. So I think they've nailed the head on this. Laces are just the right length. They're not too long, but nice and stretchy so they don't irritate the foot at all. So yeah, great job New Balance on the upper of the 880. Moving on to the Ghost 14's upper. As I said, an engineered mesh running through the entirety of the shoe, or that 3D printed mesh. You got these two little reflectors on the front and also on the back there as well. So if you're someone who does run at night time, it will light up quite nicely. I do believe the New Balance lights up a little bit as well. However, I haven't ran in this in the night, so don't quote me on that. With the Ghost upper, it fits nice and snug around the foot, does accommodate for that wider width, or they do wider models, so that is always the option. And they also actually do a slimmer model as well, so there's plenty of options no matter what width your foot is. Both brands do accommodate for that well. I would say with the Brooks heel counter, it does wrap around the foot a little bit tighter, so if you like that more snug locked in feel at the back, the Ghost is probably a slightly better option, and does provide a little bit more padding around that comfort collar around the back there, so plenty of cushion. I would say you have a thicker upper on the Brooks Ghost, so I'd say it's a little bit less breathable than the New Balance 880. That's just in my opinion. It doesn't breathe quite as well. However, overall it's a very nice seamless, very nice structured upper that holds the foot in place without over manipulating it too much. So yeah, you got these nice overlays and that functional logo design just to kind of hold up that arch a little bit. Not arch support, but yeah, it just locks you in well. As I mentioned, this shoe will take an orthotic really nicely as well. There's plenty of depth in the shoe, not as much as a New Balance. So if you do have a higher instep, maybe lean towards the New Balance 880. But if you're someone who wants that nice, comfortable, neutral running shoe, the Ghost is that workhorse and will work really well with the upper. Now, one of the massive difference between both these shoes at the moment is Brooks have gone above and beyond and made their Ghost 14 carbon neutral, meaning zero impact to the environment and can be fully recycled as well, which is awesome. A lot of people just, when your shoes run out, you end up throwing them out or sending them to the op shop or something like that. Eventually they end up in the ground. I mean, I'm not a massive advocate for the whole vegan save the planet movement, but it's good. It's good that Brooks has taken that into account and actually put some thought behind their product. And I do think other brands will start to do that as well. Not taking anything away from New Balance, but yeah, just at the moment, if you're someone who is conscious about the environment, I guess, the Ghost 14 is fully carbon neutral. So that is a massive point. Talking price points, with the 880, I do believe you're looking at 200 Australian dollars, where you're looking at 230 in the Ghost 14. The 880 version 11 will come on sale shortly, as well as I believe a new model is in the pipeworks. Keep an eye out for that around Christmas time, but pretty much to sum it up, I'd say that the 880 is a slightly softer feel underfoot, where the Ghost is that kind of nice happy medium between something that's not too soft, but still provides that nice cushion. In terms of durability, you'll get a little bit longer out of the Ghost, probably about 150 to 200 kilometers longer out of the Ghost. But if you're someone who initially wants that really cushion feel, lean towards the 880. Both shoes accommodate for plenty of width around the foot. And also you could run up to half a marathon in both these shoes if you're someone who just wants a shoe to go for a 5k park run in, or just wants to start walking, going to the gym. Both of these shoes have that full ground contact and that nice transition from heel to toe, so you're going to be good either way. Yeah, that's about it. Everything I've said is just my own opinion. None of this is sponsored. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about both these shoes. If you've been running in one, or you love one or hate one. Either way, let us know. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. We appreciate you all. Cheers.